Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe it and press the bell icon when we talk about gut health. One of the most overlooked truths is just how fiber deficient most people actually are. In fact, about 95% of Americans don't get enough fiber every single day. That means nearly everyone you know. Your family, your coworkers, even the person sitting next to you right now could be walking around with a silent nutritional gap that affects their health in ways they may not even realize. We often think of fiber as just something that helps us stay regular, but the reality is so much bigger than that. Fiber isn't just about digestion, it's about long-term health, energy levels, metabolism, and even the way your immune system functions. Without it, your body is constantly working at a disadvantage. Think about it this way: fiber is like fuel for your gut bacteria, and when you don't get enough, those good bacteria start to weaken. Over time, that imbalance shows up as bloating, constipation, irregular bowel movements, and sluggish digestion. But it doesn't stop there. Low fiber intake is tied to higher risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and even colon cancer. It's shocking to realize that something so simple, something found in everyday foods like beans, apples, oats, and leafy greens could be the missing link to preventing chronic diseases that affect millions of people. Yet, despite knowing this, we still live in a world dominated by processed foods, refined sugars, and quick meals that strip away the very fiber our bodies are crying out for. The reason this epidemic is so concerning is because it sneaks up on us slowly. You don't feel an immediate crash like you would with a lack of sleep or dehydration. Fiber deficiency builds quietly year after year until one day you notice you're struggling with digestion, your cholesterol levels are creeping up, or your doctor is warning you about pre-diabetes. It becomes a health problem that's preventable, but only if we choose to be intentional about the fiber we consume. And here's the truth: fixing this isn't about radical diets or complicated strategies. It's about awareness. It's about making small, consistent shifts, choosing whole grains instead of refined ones, adding vegetables to every meal, and supplementing wisely when food alone isn't enough. So when I say 95% of people are missing the mark on fiber, I don't want that to feel discouraging. I want it to wake us up, because if nearly everyone is struggling, it means that improving our gut health is within our control, and it starts with the simple step of paying attention to fiber. When we think about the gut, most of us immediately picture digestion, how quickly food moves through, how often we go to the bathroom, or whether we feel bloated after meals. But the truth is, your gut is doing far more than just breaking down food. It's a central hub for your health, and fiber plays one of the most powerful roles in keeping it working the way it should. Fiber is not just something that helps you pass food more easily. It's a nutrient that your body doesn't digest, but your gut bacteria thrive on. When you give your gut the right amount of fiber, you're essentially feeding an entire ecosystem of beneficial microbes that protect you from the inside out. These microbes are like your body's hidden army. They fight inflammation, help regulate hormones, keep your metabolism balanced, and even communicate with your immune system. Over 70% of your immune defenses are actually located in the gut. So when you skimp on fiber, you're not just dealing with slower digestion, you're weakening one of the most powerful health systems you have. Think about that for a moment. Every time you choose a fiber-rich food or the right fiber supplement, you're literally building up your body's shield against disease. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Fiber doesn't act the same way for everyone. It adapts to your body's needs. Soluble fibers slow down digestion, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels and lower cholesterol. Insoluble fibers keep everything moving, preventing constipation and maintaining regularity. Then there are prebiotic fibers, which specifically fuel the good bacteria in your gut, helping them flourish so they can outnumber the harmful bacteria that cause issues like bloating, gas, and chronic inflammation. Without enough fiber, that balance shifts, and harmful bacteria can take over, leading to problems that go way beyond the digestive tract. When people start paying attention to fiber, They often notice improvements they didn't expect: better energy, clearer skin, more stable moods, and even better sleep. That's because the gut communicates with nearly every part of the body. The stronger and healthier your gut is, the more resilient you are in every other area of life. So when I say fiber matters for gut health, it's not just about staying regular. It's about giving your body the foundation it needs to thrive every single day. Not all fiber is created equal, and understanding the different types can completely change how you approach your gut health. When people hear the word fiber, they often lump it into one category, but in reality, there are several kinds, and each one has its own unique role in keeping your body balanced. This is where so many people get confused, because grabbing any fiber supplement off the shelf doesn't necessarily mean you're giving your gut what it truly needs. Let's start with soluble fiber. This type dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in your gut. What that does is slow down digestion, which is actually a good thing because it helps regulate your blood sugar levels and lowers cholesterol. If you've ever eaten oatmeal and noticed how it feels more filling and keeps you satisfied longer, that's soluble fiber at work. Then we have insoluble fiber, which doesn't dissolve in water. Instead, it adds bulk to your stool, helping food move through your digestive tract more efficiently. Think of it like a broom that sweeps your intestines clean, preventing constipation and promoting regular bowel movements. Foods like vegetables, whole grains, and nuts are great sources of this type. And then there's the one many people overlook: prebiotic fiber. This is the special kind that doesn't just move through your system, it actively feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria thrive on prebiotics, and when they're well fed, they multiply, creating a stronger gut environment. That balance is crucial because your gut microbiome influences everything from digestion to immunity to mental health. Without prebiotic fiber, you're missing the chance to support the very foundation of gut wellness. What's important to remember is that your body doesn't just need one type, it needs a balance of all three: soluble fiber, insoluble fiber, and prebiotic fiber work together like a team. One regulates, one cleanses, and one nourishes. When you get that combination right, your digestion improves, your microbiome thrives, and your overall health gets stronger in ways you can actually feel. So instead of seeing fiber as just a single nutrient, see it as a family of powerful allies, each with a different job to keep your gut and your body functioning at their very best. When it comes to getting enough fiber, food should always be the first place we turn. Whole foods are packed with not just fiber, but also vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and other compounds that work together to support your health in ways a supplement can't fully replicate. An apple, for example, isn't just a source of fiber. It also delivers hydration, natural sugars, and plant compounds that fuel your body in countless ways. Beans, oats, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds all bring a unique combination of nutrients along with their fiber, and those natural combinations are what make them so powerful. This is why building your meals around whole plant-based sources of fiber is the gold standard for gut health and overall well-being. But here's the challenge: life gets busy, and most people aren't eating the recommended amount of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains every single day. Processed foods are more convenient, and that convenience often comes at the expense of fiber. That's where supplements play an important role. They are not a replacement for whole foods, but they can act as a bridge, filling the gaps when your diet isn't quite enough. If you think about supplements as a tool to support your diet rather than a substitute for it, you'll start to see the real value they bring. The key is to use them strategically. If you're already eating a fairly balanced diet but still falling short of the recommended 25 to 38 grams of fiber per day, then a high-quality supplement can help push you into that healthy range. Supplements can also be particularly helpful for people who have specific digestive issues, busy lifestyles, or food restrictions that make it hard to get enough fiber naturally. The right supplement can provide consistency and convenience without you having to completely overhaul your eating habits overnight. Still, it's important to remember that supplements are most effective when paired with real, nutrient-dense foods. They should complement your efforts, not replace them. Because at the end of the day, fiber doesn't work in isolation. It works alongside the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients you get from whole foods. So, while supplements are an excellent tool, they are only one piece of the larger picture of building a healthy, fiber-rich lifestyle. And that's why the smartest approach isn't choosing one over the other. It's learning how to make both whole foods and supplements work together for your long-term gut health. Choosing the right fiber supplement can feel overwhelming because there are so many options on the market and each one claims to be the best. But the truth is, not all fiber supplements are created equal, and the one that's right for you depends on your unique health needs and lifestyle. The first thing to look for is quality. A good supplement should come from natural sources like psyllium husk, acacia fiber, inulin, or partially hydrolyzed gar gum. These are the fibers that have been studied the most and shown to provide real benefits for digestion, cholesterol management, and gut health. What you want to avoid are products filled with unnecessary additives, artificial sweeteners, or fillers that do nothing for your body and may even upset your stomach. From there, it's about matching the type of fiber to the goal you're trying to achieve. If you struggle with constipation, psyllium is often the go because it's rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which means it softens the stool while also giving it bulk so it moves more smoothly. If your main focus is supporting the microbiome, the community of good bacteria in your gut, then prebiotic fibers like inulin or acacia fiber can be more effective because they specifically feed those beneficial microbes, helping them thrive. For people with sensitive stomachs or those prone to bloating, gentler fibers like partially hydrolyzed gar gum can be a better option because they're easier to tolerate while still providing the benefits of soluble fiber. Another factor to consider is convenience. Some supplements come in powders you mix with water, others in capsules, and some in chewable gummies. What matters most is finding a form you'll actually take consistently because fiber only works when it becomes part of your daily routine. It's also worth thinking about your broader health goals. If you're looking to manage blood sugar, soluble fibers like psyllium or beta-glucan can help stabilize it. If cholesterol is a concern, oats or psyllium-based supplements can provide measurable benefits. The bottom line is this: the best fiber supplement is the one that aligns with your body's needs, fits into your lifestyle, and is made with clean, natural ingredients you can trust. When it comes to fiber supplements, one of the most important things to remember is that more is not always better. Many people make the mistake of starting with a full dose right away, and what happens? They end up feeling bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable, and then they give up altogether. That reaction doesn't mean fiber is bad for you, it just means your gut needs time to adjust. The best way to introduce fiber is slowly. Start with a small amount, allow your digestive system to adapt, and then gradually increase until you reach the recommended dose. This gentle approach prevents discomfort and sets you up for long-term success. Another key habit is hydration. Fiber works by absorbing water in the digestive tract, and if you're not drinking enough fluids, it can actually make constipation worse instead of better. That's why every time you take a fiber supplement, it should always be paired with a full glass of water. And beyond that, you need to stay hydrated throughout the day so the fiber can do its job properly. Think of water and fiber as partners. They work best when they're together. Consistency is also critical. Fiber isn't something you can take once in a while and expect results. Just like exercising or eating healthy, it only works if you make it part of your routine. Whether you take it in the morning, mix it into your smoothie, or add it to your nightly routine, The goal is to build the habit so your gut health improves steadily over time. And as you stay consistent, you'll notice not only better digestion, but also long-term benefits like improved cholesterol, stable blood sugar, and even a stronger immune system. It's also worth remembering that supplements should be paired with high fiber foods whenever possible. Think of supplements as your safety net, filling in the gaps on days when your diet isn't perfect. But when you combine them with fiber-rich meals, vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, you're giving your gut exactly what it needs to thrive. That combination of supplements plus whole foods will always deliver better results than relying on one or the other alone. So if you want your fiber supplement to truly make a difference, start slow, stay hydrated, keep it consistent, and always pair it with real food.